All right. Welcome back to Friendzoned 2. And if you saw the last video, you saw what happened in the very end. And don't worry, no spoiler alerts here, but we're going to try to get a different ending. And from what I understand is that if we start at chapter 7, that's when, depending on what we choose, changes the outcome of the story. So we're not going to have to go back through the entire story. We're just going to start at chapter 7, work our way through, and see if we can get a different ending. Hopefully a better one. If we get a worse one, so be it. But we're going to work on it. We're going to get that different ending. So without further ado, let's get right into Friendzone 2, chapter 7. Let's go! I'm starting to think that inviting Zoe to walk with me that night was the best decision I could have made. The whispering breeze at the beginning of the evening was rubbing off on our conversation, softening our words and amplifying our emotions. It is true that we must not forget to seek the answers to our questions, because we certainly had a lot of questions since Amy's disappearance. For my part, my conscience wasn't bothered by it as much as Zoe's was. The more unresolved questions there are, the more choices available to me, and the slower I am able to make headway. I will need to act soon, and act with the courage that Lucy, Amy's sister, was describing. So chapter 7, let's go. You arrive at the meeting point a half hour later. So we arrived late. Zoe is visibly anxious, afraid of what she might discover after a year of unanswered questions. So in the last video, we tried to make all of the right decisions. We tried to be sweet and kind to Zoe. We really tried to chat her up. Actually, we thought we were going to get friend zoned maybe once or twice because of how strong we were coming on. So we're going to make a few different choices this time around. See if we can get a different ending. Maybe if we're not so nice to Zoe, maybe we can get something different. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. So I can already feel her looking down on us. Good evening, you two. Pleased to finally meet you. Shall we? No, wait. You've hardly told us anything. Tongue-tied and I were not just going to blindly follow you without you telling us first exactly what we're going. Yeah, we're definitely not going to trust Chloe this time. We trust Chloe last time around. But yeah, I agree. We're rushing a little bit into this, Chloe. And Zoe stands next to me. Listen, I get it. I showed up out of nowhere and asked you to follow me. But I know you, Zoe, and you wouldn't pass up an opportunity to find Amy. And you, tongue-tied. I know you're not against lending a helping hand. You wouldn't even be here at this hour if that weren't the case. How do you know I won't just leave you here and go home? Chloe walks up to Zoe and touches her cheeks. Her cheeks? Cheeks on her face or cheeks on her back? Like the lower cheeks. Which cheeks we talking about there? The bags under your eyes give it all away. Okay, cheeks on her face, I guess. I see that, like me, you hardly been able to sleep ever since you've been aware that you might have a chance of finding Amy. And that, if you find out that she's indeed dead, then you will never be able to sleep soundly again. Let's go and push Chloe away. Don't touch Zoe. Don't touch her. Get back, Chloe. Keep your strength for when you actually need it. Oh, you bet I will. She got the message. No need to touch her. Leave her alone, please. I won't let you touch Zoe like that. Yeah, she got the message. Just leave her alone. And it's necessary for you to put your hands on me. Of course it is. You put your hands on Zoe. I'm going to put my hands on you. We've wasted enough time. It's already late. All right, Chloe moves away and starts walking to the car. Chloe zips up her jacket and says with a rather somber voice, "Let's go." All right, let's go ahead and walk towards the car ourselves. I'd like to sit up front if you don't mind, tongue-tied. Sure. I'll sit in the back. Sorry, tongue-tied, it's a mess back there and I haven't had a chance to clean it up. Look, Chloe, you need to clean up your car. I can hardly get in back here. Just move my stuff over. Alright, so let me explain how this is going to go down. We'll drive around 20 minutes and then we'll park and continue the rest of the way on foot. We'll need to be discreet. So earlier, Now, it's not in this video, but earlier Chloe did say that the place that we're going is 30 minutes away. So now what, we're going to go 30 minutes and then drive around for 20 minutes? Or is it only going to take 20 minutes to get there? That's where I'm kind of confused right now. You still haven't told us where we're going. How long is the walk? So maybe the drive is 20 minutes and a walk is 10 minutes. So let's see how long the walk is. We'll walk around another 20 minutes, give or take. It all depends on which way we decide to go. Concerning the spot, I don't think either of you know the area. We'll be going to a backwoods region called Vinestel. And what makes you think that that's where Amy is? I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't actually seen her there, but I was telling Brian we would go there. He would go there 4 to 5 times a week. One time I even intercepted him and talked to him about it. I made him believe that I was from a neighboring town, and he admitted not knowing the area very well. But what about the active investigation? Why hasn't the police found anything? The only question I'm asking myself is, why did Brian disappear? I think we need to be asking a lot more questions than just why did Brian disappear. Brian disappeared because he's being accused of everything, and if he didn't do it, then he might be trying to disappear a little bit. Who knows? Maybe he was just spooked and that he would become a suspect. I don't think Brian is the cause of it all this. He disappeared because he was kidnapped. Or he disappeared because he kidnapped. I don't think Brian is the cause of all this. It could be anyone. But for now, it's the only lead I've got. And I'm going to need your strength tongue-tied in case something goes wrong. Oh yeah, I already mentioned it, but we'll need to be discreet. I brought some flashlights just in case. Could you grab them, Zoe? They're on your side. Zoe gives us... Okay, so now we have a flashlight. Awesome. So why will we need these? It seems obvious to me, in case it's dark, right? We don't want to get caught, so if at any time we're in a room with someone else, I hope you won't just go turn on the light. The phone lies at our feet. Let's charge the phone and turn it on. It looks like Amy's phone. I think that's Amy in the background. Got some emails. That's just telling us that our phone's back on. This is an email from, or a text message from Christopher. I'll go through this slowly for you guys if you guys want to read it. I went through it in the last video. But if you guys want to read what's going on in there, go nice and slow for you guys. You can pause it, do whatever you need to. We got one from Zoe. This is a text message from Zoe. Go up to the top. There you guys go. It's not a very long text message chain. Got one from Sylvia, the mom. This is Amy's mom. Not a very long one either. Why does Christopher and Sylvia have the same profile picture? Interesting. This is from Lucy, the little sister, little Lucy. Brian. So this one was from Brian. As you can see there, Brian's just like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Hey, hello, Amy, what's going on? Like very, very persistent. Very persistent, Brian. And then we couldn't get into these other two down at the bottom, so can't get into those. We can check out the photos here. These are all the photos that is in Amy's phone. It looks like probably some of Amy, maybe some of the sisters or something. Trying to press the call button, can't press anything for the call button. This is the music. I'm not going to play the music because don't know if it's copyright. And that's the end of that. But the fact that Chloe has Amy's cell phone right then and there is a huge red flag. Very suspicious of Chloe to have Amy's cell phone. So we're almost there. There's a gigantic forest on one side and empty dirt paths on the other. This is so shady. We found the perfect spot. Who would come look out here? Apparently we would. We know how to think outside the box. Zoe frowns and sighs heavily. Are you okay, Zoe? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Chloe speaks up. This is where we'll park. We may soon know where Amy is. We'll just need to make a decision. And what's the decision? We can take a shortcut through the woods. It'll be dark, but that's why we have flashlights. Or we could just follow the main path, but it'll take us more time. I feel like I'm in a multiple choice game. Whatever you choose, you can start ahead of me. I'll catch up to you in a minute or so. So in the other video, we actually took the path because I was afraid of getting lost. But now in this one, we are going to go ahead and take. We're just going to say, okay, we're going to start ahead of Chloe, but we're going to take the. I'm gonna choose the path. We're gonna face the shadows. We're gonna take the path through the woods, through the dark woods. We'll have to use our flashlight maybe, but I think that's a good decision. Chapter 8: The Forest. Here we go, walking through the forest. You begin walking ahead with Zoe in the dark. You could turn your flashlight on. Oh, there we go. On and off. Doesn't do a whole lot. That's all right. Show Zoe the phone. Check out what I found in Chloe's car. Zoe takes the phone from her hands, checking out the phone. What is it? It's Amy's phone. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that Chloe has Amy's phone is super suspicious. So Chloe was hiding this. I never would have been able to find it if I had been in your place. We can't trust Chloe. Not one bit can we trust Chloe. I never should have trusted her. I was so gullible. Don't worry, I'll take care of this. Let's go ahead and turn the flashlight off. But I'll take care of this. So he tries to calm herself down. I'm good. We need to be smart about this. I'll text Christopher and Sylvia our location along with a heads up. Okay, Chloe will soon catch up to us. She must have let us get ahead of her so that we would trust her, but she might sneak up on us. So no sudden movements. The text will send automatically once there's a cell service again. Let's take advantage of the situation to find Amy once and for all. We need to leave. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's hurry up. I'm gonna keep going. Been this close to finding Amy. I have to keep going, even if all of this doesn't end well. If not, I'll never be able to forgive myself for what Amy went through. I agree that this is an opportunity in disguise, but you have nothing to do with all this, so I completely understand if you want to bolt. No, I'll stay with you. We have a chance to finding Amy. I'm gonna stick around. Keep walking through the woods. Remember when you said that we often complain for no good reason? Yeah, I remember. If we're not allowed to complain at this point, what else are we supposed to do? Just shut up? You must find a way to calm Zoe down. So if you don't want to do this for yourself, at least do it for Amy. Deep breath. This is the final stretch. Deep breath, Zoe. Yeah, it's the final stretch before Chloe catches up to us. You weren't able to calm Zoe down, I don't think that. You trip over something on the ground. Are you okay, tongue-tied? I tripped over something. You both look down and are shocked to find an old plastic bag, a bottle, and a handgun. Oh, grab the weapon. Oh, now we got a weapon. What is that doing here? For all we know, Chloe could have planted this here to test us. Too bad, I'm keeping this. It even looks like it's loaded. I guess we'll find out when the time comes. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right, Zoe. We can use it to keep Chloe on her toes. Make sure it's concealed. There's Chloe. She caught up. How's it going? I had trouble finding you since you never turn on your flashlights. How can you even see where you're going? Chloe realizes that Zoe is unusually nervous. Are you okay, Zoe? What's wrong? What do you think? I'm just nervous something goes wrong, just like everyone else here. I'm sure everything will go smoothly if we're all prepared. We're here, by the way. Oh, we found the house. So I was thinking that one of you can come with me while the other keeps watch. Let's go with Chloe. Maybe we should go with Chloe. Chloe looks at Zoe for an answer. Zoe wants to go. Well, if Zoe wants to go, then Zoe can go. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's good. Either way, I'd rather not leave Zoe outside all alone. All right, let's go. Chloe starts walking towards the house, tongue-tied. The text to Christopher went through. I'll keep my phone on me. If I call you, then that means something's wrong. So come as fast as you can. Don't worry, Zoe. I'll show up in no time. All right. Zoe catches up to Chloe. 8:17. 8:20. 8:25. Been gone for a long time. Oh, and Zoe's calling. We gotta get to Zoe. We gotta get to Zoe as fast as possible. Let's get right through the front door. I decided to enter by the front of the house. Despite my initial assumptions, the house was very well kept. The lawn surrounding it was freshly cut, despite the fact that there were no other houses around in the area. Before arriving in front of the house, I wanted to call the police, but I couldn't waste any more time. The door was open. Could they have entered through the front? This was supposed to be a break-in. It usually isn't that easy to enter into an occupied home. The main hall was beautiful, populated with plants that added color to the living space despite the lack of natural light. Walking further into the house, I stumbled upon a half-opened door towards what seemed to be the basement. I needed to muster up my courage and go down. So, we're at a house that supposedly is holding Amy in the basement. You wouldn't think that this house would be something that is habited, or very well taken care of, mowed all the time. But I guess that's definitely possible. But it just raises red flags, especially if Chloe is saying that Brian is going to this house all the time, but doesn't actually live there, and you wouldn't think it would be kept up that way. So it being kept up the way it is definitely says that somebody's living there. Definitely says somebody's living there. It's definitely red flags. The basement. You'll know in a few minutes whether or not you'll come out of this unharmed. You're standing in front of the metal door. Let's go ahead and open the door. There are two people sitting in a chair, unconscious. The first person has blonde hair. The second person is wearing a black hat. You hear a voice coming from behind the two unconscious women. Good evening, tongue-tied. So the one with the blonde hair is definitely Zoe. I mean, the blonde hair is a dead giveaway. Who are you? You know who I am. Is it Brian? You'll find out soon enough. I just want to make the pleasure last. I'll give you a clue. I could be multiple people, and the two women you see in front of you are not necessarily the people you're expecting. Tonight, tongue-tied, I'm going to kill one of the girls you'll see here, and you're going to help me. Oh yes, you're definitely going to help me. I would never help you. We'll see about that. I've been hesitant about killing someone for over a year now. It's also been a year that I've been trying to find a more exciting way to do it. Why not wait? There will always be an even better way that comes along. Let's see what that's. Why not wait? Kidnapper's tone shifts suddenly. No, it's now. I almost made the kidnapper rethink it. Kidnapper takes the mask off. You discover that it is indeed Chloe. It's not Brian. Well, you've got nothing to say? Who's the girl with the hat on the chair then? Take a look. Chloe removes the hat from the girl in the chair. You don't recognize her. The other girl lifts her head, her mouth hidden by a big piece of scotch tape. It's Zoe. So we knew that the one Zoe. We can assume that the other one is definitely Amy. Now you must choose between the two people, tongue-tied. Zoe looks at you and tries to scream. I'm going to count to 10. Oh, use the gun! Use the gun! You shoot Chloe, wounding her. She escapes, hearing the police sirens in the distance. You untie Zoe. Quick, untie her. Zoe begins to cry as she stares at the other young woman in the chair, seemingly shot. Her head moves slightly as she tries to get up, and as she falls to the ground, she picks herself back up. She grabs onto you and falls into your arms. Her hat falls to the ground. Dirty and bloody with wounds all over her body, retaining none of the softness that she embodied before. But lo and behold, it's Amy. We found her. We saved Amy. Congratulations, you saved Amy's life. Christopher will recover from his illness and be reunited with his whole family. Thanks to your bravery, no one has died. You were able to save everyone you held dear. Chloe had multiple personalities. She was truly convinced that she was helping you. Today, she is living a new life hidden under a new identity. She got away. 67% of players saved Eva. 15% of players caused Zoe's death. 10% of players caused Lucy's death. 8% of players caused the death of 2 people. But not us. We saved everybody. And there you guys have it. We found Amy. We found Zoe. We saved them both. Unfortunately, Chloe did get away, so she's out there living out there somewhere, and it looks like there might be a Friendzoned 3. If one day you must choose between light and shadow, face the worst to unleash the best in yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed Friendzoned 2. I hope you enjoyed this ending. This is definitely a better ending than we got in the first video. If you guys want to see Friendzoned 3, let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.